Welcome to about 15 minutes outside of the city of brotherly love for this amazing matchup of two of the top teams all time in MLS Next Pro. Philadelphia Union 2 taking on Columbus Crew 2 in the Eastern Conference. James Hadnot here with you. Thank you so much for joining me from Kinetic Field, just outside of Subaru Park, which is going to be utilized for the World Cup. The Ivory Coast is going to be practicing there, so they are doing some renovations. And so we see these two teams preparing for this match, and they are level in regards to all-time wins, regular season and postseason combined, 61 apiece. They are the cream of the crop in this Eastern Conference. Multiple Eastern Conference finals between them. As we take a look at the starting 11 for Coach Ryan Richter and Philadelphia Union 2, they make a couple of changes from their last match in the midweek, a loss to New England Revolution 1-0. Andrew Rick is in goal, replacing Pierce Holbrook. Also, Oscar Benitez comes into the lineup in the defensive midfield. Stas Korzeniowski and Malik Jakupovic going to be key, leading the line for this squad that is still one of the best defensive teams in the entire league. Although they gave up the one goal versus New England, they are still top 3 in the league in goals against, in least goals allowed. They've allowed just 9 goals in total all season long, so it's going to be tough for this Columbus side that is coming off a loss of their own 2-1 to Cincinnati. So here's the 11 for Federico Higuain, a 5-4-1. They make a couple changes as well after that loss in the Heck is Plausible derby between themselves and FC Cincinnati 2. And Chase Adams is one player to note up front. He is one of the top goal scorers on this team. Zach Zengay, also, who leads the team in goals, will be in the midfield. The two changes, Rui Aoki and Kevin Bombley, will be in the lineup today. Aoki playing at center back and Bombley playing on the right wing for Columbus. We gave you some of the numbers for these squads. 61 combined wins in the regular season and postseason for both Philadelphia and Columbus. And first and foremost, when you think about the Crew and the fact that they did not make the playoffs last year, just had 5 wins overall, that shows you just how dominant they were in the first couple of seasons of the league. Philadelphia has been the most consistent team in the Eastern Conference. They made the Eastern Conference Finals the past 2 seasons. They represented the East in the championship match 2 years ago. And the only thing that is missing from this prestigious second team is a MLS Next Pro championship. Columbus has one. They earned the first ever MLS Next Pro Cup. And the two will battle here this afternoon. Drew Klemp is the referee. There's the whistle, and we begin from Kinetic Field just outside of Subaru Park at the WSFS Sports Complex. It's Philadelphia Union 2 and Columbus Crew 2. Tristan Brown quickly in possession for Columbus on a first-team contract. And now Aoki centrally. Rick, the goalkeeper, fires it out to the left side. For Philadelphia, they're a team that defensively wants to win the ball back very quickly. Columbus, very compact. They are a team that sometimes finds themselves off of the ball for a spell. They can attack quickly, especially with the likes of Chase Adams. You see Zach Zengay, who was in that left midfield position, already coming up to play as a second man in the press. And so we'll see how Columbus defends and how their alignment differs when they are attacking. Good ball out the right side, but it will roll out. A good idea, as the strength of this Philadelphia defense is really up the spine. They like to force a team to either side, then squeeze them out to win possession. One thing that Coach Ryan Richter wants his squad to do a little bit better coming into this match is just finishing, and really need some of their key contributors to step up, especially in a match like this against a prominent opponent. This is Giovanni Sacchetta. Sundstrom, now Griffin. This ball popping out wide. Benitez, Uskatagi. Space opening up, Korzeniowski. No shot from him. He's always dangerous once he finds himself on the ball in the box. Now Zingate trying to turn. He could not keep possession, and Philadelphia will win it back. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Luke Pruder. He signed a first-team contract along with Zach Zingate in the offseason, coming into 2026. LeBlanc, Benitez, and now the ball lost. Played long, Andrew Rick, who does find himself making appearances for the first team. The U.S. Youth International started just recently versus Orlando in that barn burner. A loss to the Lions on the road, 4-3. In that match, Kevin Sullivan scored his first MLS goal. Part of the laundry list of academy talent that has come through for Philadelphia. This season is different, however. Some of the familiar names like Nick Pariano, CJ Olney, David Vasquez, not with the team, as they have either moved up into the first team or have moved on. A couple of players from this squad on loan in the second tier, with former Philadelphia Union II head coach Marlon LeBlanc, Marcus Anderson, and CJ Olney, both on loan, playing under Coach LeBlanc in the second tier. So not only are players moving on, playing first-tier soccer in the MLS. Brown almost lets this run out, and does. So a free throw in. Sacchetta looking for Korzeniowski. This ball's given away to Benitez. Jakupovic, another U.S. Youth International on the squad, goes back to Sacchetta. Now LeBlanc switching the point of attack. Griffin. Uskatagi. And now Sundstrom. A chance for LeBlanc. Sacchetta can't slip it through to Stas. And Sacchetta trying to let this run out, but will keep it in on the touchline. Taken down from behind. And a free kick coming for Philadelphia. So good work from Giovanni Sacchetta. Acquired this February on permanent transfer from Metropolitanos, 20-year-old Venezuelan youth international. 8th minute of action, no score between Philadelphia and Columbus. First set piece opportunity for the Union. Driven in. No shot. Now Griffin. Hit off the volley. And it's right at Pruder. So Chase Adams finds himself in possession after dismissing an opponent. Rincon switches the point of attack. Tristan Brown now can operate in some space. Slip forward. And good defending by Uskatagi. As he got a piece of it and let it run to Andrew Rick. Hefes. Rincon. Good one-touch passing here from Columbus. A chance to break now. It's Brown out wide. Draws the ball in. It's cleared by Jordan Griffin. But that's the type of play that Coach Federico Higuain wants to see from his youngsters. Have nice tempo to their passing. And that is how you break through this pressing defense of Philadelphia. The ball always moves faster than the man. You can expose the space that opens up as you're being pressed. Here's the situation, though, when you give it up. Korzeniowski controls and can't reconnect with Giovanni Sequeira. Slip forward. Chase Adams won't win this race. Uskatagi, plenty of speed to get to it. Rick delivers going the other way. It is controlled by Oyoki, and Columbus back in possession. Philadelphia wants to play quickly, and they want to play direct. So winning first ball, second ball is going to be key for Columbus today. Now Zenge racing. Can't reach it before it rolls past the touchline. Interested to see how the Union respond after last match. It was a tumultuous one after the 31st minute. So Olivas picked up the red card, a second yellow after two tackles in which he slid in from behind. He wasn't very pleased with himself nor with the decision from Peter Bernardi. And now Columbus wanting to play quickly. Rincon. And now Quentin Elliott has to charge to keep this in. What is the response going to be from the Union? Second match at home in a short period of time against a quality opponent. Now off this giveaway. Philadelphia earning possession and also earning a corner, says Drew Klemp. So big targets in the box now for Philadelphia Rafael Uskatagi has a goal on the season. Stas Korzeniowski, who played not too far from here at the University of Pennsylvania, also a huge target. He has 4 goals in 3 appearances with the second team this year. A little too much shoving initially. Ball is fired in, and Pruder snags it cleanly. Bombley won't be able to get to this, so Rick right back out the left side to Uskatagi. Tries to play it long. Korzeniowski wins the initial header. Union trying to find possession. And there's a shove near midfield. So Philadelphia will have a free kick. For the Union, they have a couple of Eastern Conference final appearances, as well as a final appearance back in 2024. They took down Columbus in the Eastern Conference Finals in 24. Sequeira, LeBlanc. Ball comes central to Paula. And offside is the eventual decision. Coming into today, Philadelphia with the most regular season wins of any team all time in the history of MLS Next Pro in the Eastern Conference at 57, and right behind them is Columbus Crew at 53. The outlier, obviously, for the Crew was last year. They had 5 wins all season long. Talking with Coach Higuain about this year, feels like the reason why they're already at 5 wins in 2026 is because of competition. Feels like there's a lot of competition within the group, and iron has truly sharpened iron. LeBlanc on his left. Kellen LeBlanc still looking for his first goal of the year, and he's trying to be more aggressive per his head coach. Needs to be more aggressive per his head coach, because he is one of the leaders of this team. And the last remaining players from that final appearance back in 2024. Possession lost again by Columbus. Ball slipped through. Real opportunity, and it's blocked away. Don't want Stas Korzeniowski inside that area if you're Columbus. But there was good coverage that didn't allow for a clean strike. 17th minute, Philadelphia starting to bear down a bit on the Crew. They've won possession back quickly in this defensive half for Columbus numerous times throughout this first quarter of an hour, and the pressure that's being put on, forcing unforced errors just like that. This portion of the match is brought to you by Subaru of America. Headed along. Now throw in for Philadelphia, trying to take advantage of the momentum that they've mustered up here 17 minutes in. Saketa. Benitez. Griffin with a loose touch. And it finds the foot of Quentin Elliott. So Columbus now once again has to deal with this treacherous press of Philadelphia. Tristan Brown can't work around Giovanni Saketa. Saketa losing his footing, gains it, and keeps possession for the Union. Elliott, a good initial header. DePaula with a smooth move, well weighted, but guess who's out of goal? Pruder saw it the entire way and had to sweep it out. Now LeBlanc over the top. Wow. Pruder was trying to track back and get back on his goal line. This was almost a stupendous shot from Kellen LeBlanc, who has been on his P's and Q's to start this match. So Pruder made the right decision, had to make it quickly and decisively to sweep that ball away from Malik Jakupovic, who would have been in on goal. And Mateus DePaula, the 17-year-old, who has shown flashes all season long as one of the next guys for this team. But DePaula, he has that it factor. Those types of passes are all throughout his game. He has good instincts. Chirinos, Naus Katagi into Griffin. Jordan Griffin gliding in possession. Out wide to DePaula. Korzeniowski. Sundstrom and Saketa. Thumps it into Saketa. And the ball popping up on the hand of Zingay, or else Kevin Bomley would have been loose. This portion of the match is brought to you by WSFS Bank. 21st minute of action. No score between Philadelphia and Columbus. It's been Philadelphia that has dominated possession throughout these first 20 minutes and change. Kellen LeBlanc has struck the ball well. Hasn't necessarily been completely on frame, but he has given Luke Pruder something to think about on 2 occasions. Now both DePaula and LeBlanc, potential free kick takers for Philadelphia. It's LeBlanc who launches this in, and that's not so good from Kellen LeBlanc, the U.S. Youth International. He helped the U17s qualify for the World Cup. More than 45 appearances here in Next Pro over the past 3 seasons. But Coach Ryan Richter said he is an older player. He needs to take a leadership role. Griffin continues to carry. Lots of contact. And now it will be Columbus who will have possession on a free kick. And Drew Klimp to check on Johan Chirinos. We talk about what Philadelphia has done in this league. Columbus has had just as much, as not more, success overall. The Crew probably the most successful original teams. Obviously won the first championship, been in the Eastern Conference Championship 3 straight years before missing the playoffs last year. Represented the East in the first 2 years in MLS Next Pro Cup. And also have shown the pathway does work. Jason Russell Rowe coming through Crew 2, starring with the first team, and then being transferred to Toulouse. Starting goalkeeper for Columbus at the first team level, Patrick Schulte, cut his teeth here in this second team space along with Mo Farsi. And Columbus is very happy to have Farsi back after he missed pretty much 3/4 of last year with a lower body injury. But that's what can happen when you pour into the second team. Even Laurent Courtois, after his success at the second team space, was given a chance to coach at the first team level with Montreal, and now he is back with Columbus as an assistant. So the pathway working not only for players but for coaches. Brown brings the ball more central, has Zengay, finds him off the left side. Brown drives it in, a chance, and then because of the deflection, guess who's there? The leading goal scorer for Columbus, Zach Zengay, makes it 1-0, Crew on top. Seven goals on the season now for Zengay, and he has had a booming start to 2026.
Columbus goal scored by number 48, Zach Zengay. The goal scored in the 26th minute.
So Zengay, who found himself available on that left side, ushered it along to Tristan Brown, who played in a beautiful ball. And for Bombley, who was always going to shoot, Philadelphia does well on the initial shot, but it just drops kindly to Zengay, and he's not missing with a wide open net from 7 yards out. Talked with Coach Higuain about Zengay. Said he's not only a great player, but a great person. Does so many things well, leads by example. And he has well earned the first team contract that he signed at the beginning of the year. Hugo Picard, who plays that left wing position at the first team level, he's not going anywhere. That's what makes it hard sometimes for players when they're performing to break into the first team. But all you can do is play the hand that you're dealt. And Zengay has played his hand very well throughout this first half of the season. So Columbus in front by a goal. Philadelphia finds itself behind again. They have started to show this trend. They did go behind last match versus New England. They took the lead versus Red Bull before succumbing to a 2-1 defeat. And also went down versus CT United recently before coming back themselves 2-1. So still a lot of time remaining in this match. Philadelphia was putting pressure on Columbus before. That goal came pretty much against the run of play. Griffin off the back heel from DePaula, zips this in, and it's cleared out for a corner. So it's Mateus DePaula. Won the Dallas Cup with the U18s in the U19 division, beating Botafogo earlier this summer. Dials up this ball, punch down and in the back of the net. You gotta find the big man when you're putting it in the area. Stas Korzeniowski equalizes. So now Korzeniowski with his team leading 5th goal. And an immediate response for Philly. It's Union 1, Crew 1.
Union 2 goals scored by number 37, Stas Korzeniowski. The assist, number 41, Mateus DePaula.
So DePaula, beautiful ball in. Korzeniowski with the finish, and we are back where we started, level. Columbus striking first, Zach Zengay and Stas Korzeniowski with the answer. It is very hot today, so a hydration break on tap gives us a chance to really wax poetic about these two teams a little bit more. When you think about all the success both have had, obviously they really believe in their academy system. You think about the likes of Cole Maraca, Taha Habrun, who are now on first-team contracts, who played often with this second team. Gio DeLibra, who's on the bench tonight, another player that has played with the second team. Also on a first-team contract, Owen Prestis. And so the names just keep on coming for Columbus. In similar fashion, Philadelphia has another long list as well. You think of Kevin Sullivan, Frankie Westfield, and David Vasquez. Vasquez now with San Diego and Westfield with the first team. As we get a chance to take a look at the goals, Zach Zengay, right place, right time, after Andrew Rigg made a dive off the initial shot from Brent Otto Giumfi. And then here, just a lot of traffic in front of the area. Korzeniowski boxing out Pruder. You see, Pruder is not happy. Felt like he was boxed out illegally, but Korzeniowski just too big. It looked like Pruder almost got a piece of it, but it was Korzeniowski's header that guided the ball into the back of the net. finishing the point on the talent that has come through both of these organizations. You think about Vasquez, as mentioned. He's with San Diego right now. Nick Pariano, he's with the first team. Neil Pierre on loan in Switzerland, playing second-tier soccer in Switzerland. So those are the players that have come through Philadelphia, and some of the players that have come through Columbus. And they just keep building and growing new talent. You've already seen with Zingate scoring today, and Korzeniowski, a draft pick from a couple of years ago out of the University of Pennsylvania. So that goes into the scouting. That goes into their academies as well. And really just player development. This portion of the match is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Ado Giampi, back to Aoki, and Tristan Brown. Part of the first goal for Columbus as he was driving towards the back line. Now Elliott taking his space, closed down for a moment, but a good ball through. Ball stood up, headed away. Adams trying to get ahead to it for Columbus, but it's Philly who will find possession for a moment. Korzeniowski, the big body, hold up play exquisite. Now Philadelphia can dance. Numbers coming into the attack for the Union. Griffin cannot win possession, but his counter press wins the ball back. Uskatagi has his entry blocked. Saketa. DePaula back to Saketa. Cross comes in. Now Griffin. Korzeniowski, no shot just yet. LeBlanc. Saketa. And then Griffin shot. Doesn't get to the goalkeeper. DePaula, excellent skill to bring it down, but his shot was wide of the mark. So aggressive play from Philadelphia. Does not force a save out of Pruder, but you can tell that the goal has energized them, and that's a very good response from the Union, especially after falling late to New England last week and then going down here today. Have shown good fight in this first half. We have not heard Malik Jakupovic's name very often in this first half. It's been more Stas Korzeniowski, but for Jakupovic, he only needs a moment. He needs a millisecond to make an impact on a match. '37th minute, and we are level at 1. It was Columbus who scored first. Zach Zingate, 7th goal, as he is inching towards having his name in the Golden Boot conversation. Korzeniowski, now with 5 goals himself, climbing that mountain. Griffin. DePaula returns to Griffin. Ball hits by Jakupovic. Does not challenge Pruder. Now Ado Giampi. Chirinos, Rincon, Elliott. Good passing here from Columbus. They have been crisp in their passing today. Now LeBlanc starting to bear down. So what was Jakupovic and Korzeniowski up front is now LeBlanc. DePaula inching in as Philadelphia trying to close down the space and really put some pressure on Columbus. Flag will come up as Bombley took a nice touch. But as Philadelphia starts to inch down, that is the play over the top for Columbus. Now off this turnover, Chase Adams. Now the shot. Bombley puts it over. You can see Adams just wanted it back in front of him. And we'll have to see if that impacts Chase moving forward, because he is one to take that strike from that distance even before the pass. And those are the ones you do not want to give Chase Adams and really this entire Columbus attack. The likes of Bombley, Adams, and Zengay up top. Korzeniowski once again finds himself on the ball, and Quentin Elliott does well to clear it out for a throw. Benitez. Griffin. Sequeira, DePaula, and now Jordan Griffin, who started to join the attack a little bit more here in this first half. LeBlanc cannot carry it around Brent Adugiamfi. So when you have targets like Jakupovic and Korzeniowski, you find stops Korzeniowski early off the throw in. There's Katagi. Sequeira, his little touch, errant. Nice idea to swing it out to Bombley. Rick way out to grab that. Now Korzeniowski. Flag has stayed down. Tristan Brown with a smooth move around Giovanni Sacchetta. Now Bombley runs into his teammate. Adu Giamfi, a little shove from behind of Kellen LeBlanc, and possession will go to Philadelphia. So it looks like a man is down. Kevin Bombley currently down right now for Columbus. Bombley coming into today had 3 goals. So Bombley now on his feet. As we're in the 45th minute. Columbus struck first. Philadelphia struck back. And these two behemoths of the Eastern Conference in MLS Next Pro level at 1 apiece as we near first half stoppage time. So Columbus sitting a bit deeper now as we enter into stoppage time. The 4th official announcing a minimum of 5 minutes of added time.
Has indicated there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time in our first half.
LeBlanc for Philadelphia. Benitez. Sundstrom. Katagi and Griffin. DePaula. And Adu Giamfi sends that out for a throw. You could see what Rincon was trying to do there. Bombley back on the pitch, was trying to pick him out. Benitez shoving down Rincon. So it will be a free kick for Columbus. About 27-ish yards out. Free kick is taken. Headed away initially. And now this shot. It was Bombley who just put it over the crossbar. Looked like the Union trying to play out after stopping the initial action, but that seemed like fool's gold for that moment. And definitely will be a teaching moment in the video session. Union happy that it did not bite them here at the end of the half. Chirinos, Bombly, Zingate trying to take it on the hop, and that's going to be a foul. Saketa feels like he got clipped at the top of the head by the boot of Zingate as he went down. It was not intentional, and Zingate was trying to get over Saketa after he was deemed the guilty party in the exchange. And a good show of sportsmanship. Nothing purposeful there. So Rick booms this away as we near the end of the first half. That's off of Tristan Brown. So there will be a throw-in for Philadelphia. How much time do we have left in this half after Saketa was down for just a moment? Korzeniowski, good control, and then he's trampled down, no call. So Rincon through the middle, ball won back by Saketa. So LeBlanc along for DePaula, has an assist on the day. Mateus DePaula still with it. His shot is blocked by Otto Giamfi. So a late throw-in opportunity. We have reached our minimum of 5 minutes. So Jordan Griffin launches this ball in, headed down. Nodded along, and there is the halftime whistle. So after one half of play, the two teams with the most wins in the Eastern Conference in the history of the league have nothing to separate them. It was Zach Zengay who scored first for Columbus, then Stas Korzeniowski who scored for Philadelphia. At halftime, it's Philadelphia 1, Columbus 1. Coming up in our halftime show, we get to know a talented young player carving his own path in the Big Apple and an announcement that will shift the landscape of NextPro, plus highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
Be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back to Chester, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia Union 1, Columbus Crew 1. There is no shortage of success stories in MLS coming out of the New York market. Another solid young player is making his way with NYCFC. So let's get to know Arnal Barnos.
I think for sure was my mom. She was the first one to know it because she was working, and I sent her a message and I was like, please don't call because we have a meeting right now. But like I have to tell you, like they just told me like they want me to sign first team deal. So she was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was definitely my mom. Hi, I'm Arnal Barnos, and I'm a midfielder / winger, and I play for New York City FC. When I signed here with the second team, my goal was always to be part of the first team, and since the moment I got drafted, that was my goal, that was my dream. And nothing is easy, you know, so that's why you have to work for it. Every call-up is an opportunity. And I'm thankful for the coaches to give me those opportunities. But like, it's not about the games, it's about every day, how you practice, how you prepare yourself, physically and mentally. And when the opportunity comes, that you have to be ready and know that if you have the opportunity, you have to prove yourself. They push you a lot, which is a really good sign. But they also have a really good connection with the team, special connection with the players also. And they are open, which is also important for a player because it gives you confidence when you play and when you train. And he was always super close, coach and all the staff, and give me a lot of confidence to me. And that's why I feel like I'm super happy for being part of this team, for the confidence from the staff and also from the players. One of the things, for example, Nico always says when he's here is like, and I've took it from all the players as well, but like, you are doing what you like and what's your passion. So coming here to practice, you are privileged, you know, having this job, because you are doing something that you really like and you really can, you grow with it. And coming here every day, yeah, there is people working for you, for the treatment, they're cooking for you, and how many people would love to have and to be in the position that you are right now. So I would say just enjoy the moment, push yourself in the moment that you have to push yourself, and yeah, enjoy. Super excited at the moment when I saw the ball going in. I kind of didn't believe it at the beginning, but after it was like a happiness feeling, you know, especially after with all my teammates, like they congratulated me at the end of the game, and everybody came to support me and saying congratulations, and it was a really happy moment and special moment in my career. I think I had a lot of good coaches in my career. I would say probably when I was at Celta, I would say Claudio. But I would say my best moment playing soccer was the decision to make here and go to college. The 4 years at Oregon State with all the coaches I had and all the staff I had, they really helped me develop myself physically and mentally. And I think it was the step that I needed in order to be a professional soccer player. So I'm super grateful for the opportunity that the Oregon State gave me. Keep supporting us, keeping showing ourselves, keep coming to our games, because probably right now we are not having the best, we are not in the best moment of the season, but we're for sure gonna come back, and we're for sure gonna give some happy news soon to the fans.
Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out very excited to be here officially. You know, I helped out a little bit last year. You know, I really enjoyed my time working with the players, working with the staff. So, you know, I'm glad to be able to be on staff full time and be involved. Towards the end of my career, I started thinking about what, you know, I wanted to do, you know, post playing, and, you know, coaching was something that for a while I didn't know if I wanted to do it. When my kids started to get a little bit older and I started doing it with them, you know, I started enjoying it, and I thought, you know, I had a lot of knowledge that I could pass down to, you know, young players. That was kind of an easy decision after thinking about it. There's lots of different things that I can teach them from my career, but also, you know, the mentality, you know, the intensity, the winning mentality is what I want to bring to the young guys, because they're going to need that. I played at a high level college, and I was still like a little bit overwhelmed when I first got here, you know, and it's the adaptation. If you don't do it quick at that time, then you were kind of out of the system. But now I think, especially with the academy and bringing those guys up and then moving into a environment like MLS Next Pro with North Texas, then I think it's a big jump in the quality of, you know, everything that is involved with this. And I think it's huge for developing players. I think there used to be a lot of guys who kind of got pushed out of the system if it wasn't working right away, but now those guys maybe get a second chance and can develop into good players. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it feels like home. Like you said, I've been here for a long time. I know a lot of people here. You know, I knew John beforehand. I knew a lot of the other staff beforehand, and even some of the players I still know. So it's just nice to be back in, you know, a familiar environment and be able to give these players my knowledge. This year, I think my goal is to improve our defensive solidarity. Obviously, I want to try to improve individually the players in the defensive line, help them improve their tendencies. But, you know, as a unit, I want our group to be solid and to give up less goals. That's always the goal. And for me, that was like my big thing as a player throughout my career. I always wanted to give up less goals, and I think that's something I want to pass on to these defensive players.
MLS has agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro. KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets, with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will no doubt see and hear more about this in the coming months. Well, welcome back to Philadelphia, family. Let's take a look at some of the recent scores from around the league coming into today. And yesterday, big-time victory for Atlanta United, 6-2 over Huntsville. And similarly, North Texas SC, a thrashing of Sporting Kansas City. Edu Nice and Natty James both showing out in that matchup. And then in the matchup of the two teams from Los Angeles, LAFC taking down Ventura County 3-2. Big time win in El Trafichico. And now the upcoming schedule later on today. Red Bulls and New York City in the Hudson River Derby. St. Louis and Austin will do battle as well as San Jose getting started a little later versus Timbers 2. And then Crown Legacy, top scoring team in the league, will take on Inter Miami 2 on Monday. Time to take a look at our halftime highlights. These two giants in MLS Next Pro over the past 4 seasons. And we expected to see some fun. Malik Jakupovic was the intended target there. Kellen LeBlanc sees Pruder off his line and tries to put in a spectacular shot. Then after Zach Zenge ushers this along to Tristan Brown, it's Brent Otto-Giumphe who shot is blocked. Andrew Rick reacts, and Zach Zenge picks up the loose change and puts it past Rick for the first goal of the match. Zach Zenge's 7th goal of the year. Then later, there was the answer. Stas Korzeniowski, big man with a plant, as he had the header just past Pruder, boxed him out and put it past him for the equalizing goal. And a little bit later, it was Chase Adams who ushered it along. Otto Giamfi decided to take the shot and not go back to Adams. And then late in the match, after trying to play out of the back, Jakupovic gives the ball up to Kevin Bombley, and Bombley's shot goes over the crossbar, and Philadelphia gets into the locker room level with Columbus. We'll take a break and be back for the second half between Philadelphia Union 2 and Columbus Crew 2.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Welcome back to Chester, Pennsylvania. We're at Kinetic Field, just outside of Subaru Park. You can see Subaru Park in the background. This is a part of this over $100 million complex that was recently built. There is all types of access. It brought all of Philadelphia Union's franchise under one roof, the first team, the second team, and the academy, as well as the YFC Academy. And this is just a beautiful multi-purpose space that's not only used for this squad but also recreationally for the area. And so it was built by Philadelphia Union to not only house their franchise but also give back to the community that they call home. So this gorgeous field, along with multiple soccer fields, and Philadelphia trying to win for the first time here at Kinetic Field. They lost to New England in the midweek, and now Columbus is trying to defeat them here on Sunday. The Union found a way back into this match after dropping the initial goal by Zach Zengay. It was Stas Korzeniowski, who now has 5 goals in 4 appearances for Philadelphia, and so he has come down from the first team and has done what he has needed to do. Similarly for Zach Zengay of Columbus, he too is on a first team contract. Drew Klemp blows his whistle, and we begin half number 2 between Philadelphia Union 2 and Columbus Crew 2 in the Eastern Conference. One of these teams has played in every Eastern Conference final since the inception of the league. And only once has one of these teams not represented the Eastern Conference in MLS Next Pro Cup. These are the teams to beat in the league, along with the reigning champions, New York Red Bulls. They have played a fun one up to this point. We'll see what the second half has to hold. James Hadnot here with you. Bombley driving forward. Now Chase Adams picks up possession. Benitez slips in front of him. Now Rick, ho! Wow. Adams opportunistic, got a piece of it, and Andrew Rick gliding in the air grabs it before it hits any netting. And those are the little things. Don't know if that's going to be registered as a shot from Adams because it really was just a ricochet. But Andrew Rick was ready regardless. So Sundstrom into DePaula, had the assist in the first half. Korzeniowski had the goal. Giovanni Secchetta picks this up on the far side. Secchetta driving, sends the ball in. Oh, a collision. Pruder in possession. Jakupovic just getting back up. And a fiery start to this second half. Bombley sees Brent Otto Giampi bombing down this right side. Otto Giampi in possession. Sends in a cross. Adams didn't make clean contact on the back post. Now Korzeniowski shoves off Quentin Elliott. And Stas sends to Secchetta. We've only played about 2.5 minutes, and there's been a lot of action to start half number 2. These top-tier franchises duking it out in the second half. Hassan. Korzeniowski turning and shooting, and will be given a free kick. So a foul is called as Korzeniowski was trying to make his turn. He took the shot. It went over the crossbar, but the free kick is given. And now the specialists, Mateus DePaula, along with Kellen LeBlanc, are preparing to take this free kick. So Pruder setting his wall. Right now, 4 on the wall for the Crew. This free kick from about 22 yards out. This is perfect striking range for the likes of LeBlanc or DePaula. So LeBlanc will have to place it exactly where Drew Klemp has destined. The penalty took place. LeBlanc low, Pruder privy to it. '50th minute of action. Philadelphia and Columbus tied at 1. Pressure being put on by Philadelphia. Elliott elevates this ball out of play. Throw in coming for the Union. Philadelphia lost their last match. Also had a loss to Red Bulls recently, so they are trying to get off the schneid as well as Columbus. Lost in the heck is plausible derby with Cincinnati last time out. 2-1 was that final score. And they too lost the Red Bulls recently. So both teams in need of a win. Rincon, Brown. This is Adams. Has his pocket picked by Giovanni Sacchetta. Ball won back by Adams, however. Trying to slalom through a couple of defenders, but Philadelphia back on the ball. They could break here. Korzeniowski collides with Heftis. And after the foul was given, Heftis couldn't believe it. Rui Aoki also let Drew Klimp know how he felt, and he receives a yellow card. So an entertaining start to this second half. Kruder tries to go over the top. Union, once again, so keen on winning the ball, especially in the attacking half. Want to play quickly. Korzeniowski trying to turn. No foul coming this time. Renato Giampi can't keep it in play. Korzeniowski is down just outside the 18. Stas Korzeniowski, 53rd overall pick in the 2024 draft out of University of Pennsylvania. 32 career goals while he was a Penn Quaker. 12 goals as a senior. It was first team All-Ivy. And now needing some medical attention at the start of this second half. There was a hydration break in the 30th minutes of the first half. It is a warm day in Philadelphia. We are planning to have a hydration break around the 75th minute. Korzeniowski comes off for a moment, and so Philadelphia will be down a man and down their biggest target for what presumably will be a long throw-in. Ball comes into the area. Benitez cannot win it. And now Philadelphia is back on the ball. Cross comes in. Only one participant there. Union back with it. Griffin. Ball dumped over the top. Kruder is there. Again, just excellent combining play from Columbus. A good slide tackle from behind by Sacchetta to stop the attack. But this is all the way coming down from the first team head coach. In regards to playing one-touch passes, Higuain, a former Columbus Crew player himself. Technical ability, something that this team has always been known for, even going back to under their former manager, Wilfred Nancy. Looks like Korzeniowski has gone down again. And so after coming back onto the pitch, he quickly went down, and that is not a good sign with nobody around him. He has both hands on his head. And we just hope that he's going to be okay. And you can see Korzeniowski having the trainers around him. And now both sides will return to their respective technical areas and continue to hydrate and also recalibrate. We had a very fast-paced start to this second half. It's good to see Korzeniowski come off under his own power. So John Ruff will come on for Korzeniowski.
Union 2 substitution. Leaving the match, number 37, Stas Korzeniowski. Entering the match, number 54, John Ruff. Substitution occurred in the 57th minute.
So big ball over the top, brought down. Now Rick looks to clear it away. Ruff immediately comes in. Can't make his presence felt on the first ball. But now things will change for Philadelphia. They no longer have their big target. This is a good ball towards Hassan. Nahan Hassan closed down by Brent Adugiamfi, and then the foul from behind by Malik Jakupovic. So Hassan was making the darting run in from the midfield. It was a good ball into his path, but Adugiamfi with excellent defending did not give Hassan a chance to fire on frame. And now Columbus has a player down in needing of some medical attention. We mentioned the heat today, so cramping potentially could seep in as an issue for some of these players. So Columbus going to make a couple of substitutions now. Jamil Denijaji will come on for Chase Adams. Tarun Karumanchi will come on for Nico Rincon. And really just some fresh legs coming in now for Columbus as they try to find something more than just a point. An hour played. Philadelphia and Columbus level at one apiece.
Substitutions. Leaving the match, number 37, Rui Aoki. Number 30, Nico Rincon. And number 46, Chase Adams. Entering the match, number 50, Tarun Karamanchi. Number 68, Zach Lloyd. And number 71, Jamil Damjaji. Those substitutions.
And the man that was down was Rui Aoki. And so coming on for him is Zach Lloyd. And so the three substitutions, Lloyd, Danjaji, and Karumanchi, all coming on. Rincon, Aoki, and Chase Adams all coming off. We'll see how these players adjust to the speed of the match for this final 30 minutes. Philadelphia, again, their press is deadly. This ball's kept in. And Danjaji, the intended target, can't pull this back because of excellent defending. Rafael Uskatagi, step for step with Danjaji. So this portion of the match is brought to you by Bimbo Bakeries USA. A corner for Columbus. 63rd minute. Trying to retake the lead. Ball comes in. Control the shot. Doesn't get all the way through. That'll be a foul and a yellow card shown. So immediately coming on was Lloyd. And he might just be the guilty party there.
Fans, yellow card caution has been issued to Columbus's number 68, Zach Lloyd. That caution occurred in the 63rd minute.
Sundstrom turns it over, and Columbus trying to take advantage. And Bombley, just a poor ball towards Otto Giamfi. This ball will fly out for Columbus throw. Ball pops out for Hassan, trying to make a decision on how he wants to operate, and smartly goes into another gear. Just couldn't connect with Jakupovic. Malik Jakupovic hasn't seen a lot of service today. He's been one of the main targets all season for Philadelphia, 3 goals on the year. And he will be the guy that needs to step up for Philadelphia with Stas Korzeniowski going to the bench. Hassan with good defending there. Throw in for Columbus. Heffis with the first ball. Jakupovic to control. Griffin trying to slice through. Ruff ends up with it with Pruder off his line. Ruff. His cross is handled defensively by Columbus. Now Bombley working against Uskatagi. And Andrew Rick there to save the day. It was Kevin Bombley who worked inside of Rafael Katagi. But Andrew Rick, despite the 1 goal on the board for Columbus, has played very well today and has truly kept 2 goals off the board. This portion of the match is brought to you by Language Services Associates. And Columbus Crew 2 trying to take down Philadelphia Union. A corner upcoming for the Crew. Chirinos, an out swinger, skipping off this grass and skips all the way through. Philadelphia trying to take advantage. LeBlanc back along. Great defending. And this is a poor challenge there. Sundstrom. Benitez does well to sneak away with this. Cannot connect in the channel.
Union 2 substitution, leaving the match, number 66, Finn Sundstrom. Entering the match, number 65, Andrew Craig. Leaving the match, number 36, Oscar Benitez. Entering the match, number 93, Abdoulaye Diop. Substitutions occur in the 68th minute.
So Abdoulaye Diop coming on, as well as Andrew Craig. Benitez and Sundstrom come off. '70th minute now. Diop, poor first touch, but makes up for it by coming back to defend. Now foul from behind and a free kick coming for Philadelphia. Union are a team that do not allow a lot of goals. The 1 goal they've given up today, just their 10th all year. Bombly offside. Jakupovic, just no airspace today. Now Griffin. Craig. And it was Hassan who he was looking for, but Nahan Hassan was not in and off onside position. Johan Chirinos feeling the effects of the weather today, as he just needed a moment. Andrew Craig takes this away, tries to play central. DePaula loses possession. Now Chirinos into Bombly. Adu Giumphi. Chirinos back towards Karamanchi. Now this ball comes in. Nothing there. And Rick comes out to snag this. Now rough. Jakupovic. What a move! Malik Jakupovic does all the hard work and just can't finish. We said he only needed a moment, and his moment was right there. And rarely does Malik Jakupovic not make the most of it. Wow, what a bit of individual excellence that just doesn't find the back of the net. Now Zengay switching the point of attack. Adu Giumphi. And the throw-in coming for Philadelphia. This ball will scoot out for a throw. Hassan puts it back into play. DePaula. Kept in by Hassan. Now Andrew Craig decides to fire. And it is wide. Kruder saw it the entire way and was not discouraged. Adu Giumphi again. He's been a part of the attack much more in this second half. Adu Giumphi takes the shove, and it's given as a corner. Jordan Griffin feels like it should be a goal kick, but he should be happy that it's not being given as a penalty. So it is Chirinos again. Played short. Angle changes. Jakupovic messes everything up for Columbus. Long throw for the Crew, headed away by Craig, and will roll out for a corner. So Columbus, another corner. Moments after they tried to play short. Interested to see if they try again to bring somebody up as an option. It's Chirinos all the way across the area this time. And now Philadelphia coming the other way. Nothing there in the initial break, so play recycles back to Andrew Rick, who thumps it forward. Giop can't control. Pruder sends it away. Zingate tries to keep it in play.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the high temperatures at today's match, for the safety
And
of
now
the
we will take a hydration break.
will commence. The break will last up to 1 minute.
Gives us a chance to take a look back at the goals. Both came in the first half. It was Columbus who struck first. And Tristan Brown drags this ball back. Bernardo Giumphi takes the shot. Andrew Rick reacts, and he cannot get back to his feet quick enough. Zach Zingate pounces, and he scores for Columbus. And then the answer, Philadelphia's Stas Korzeniowski scoring for the Union, his team leading. Fourth goal. Check that fifth goal. And Philadelphia and Columbus are level at 1 apiece. Coming into today on the live table, it was Philadelphia who was 8th. They were behind both Columbus and Orlando City, who were both sitting on 17 points. Take a look at the live standings right now. Orlando is sitting at 16 points. And New England bumped up to 20 after their win versus the Young Lions. And so it is Philadelphia. If they were to find a winning goal today, that would be level with Columbus at 17 points. For Columbus, a win would be huge. That would be 20 for them. They'd move up into the top 4, and they would eclipse their win total from last year in just 11 matches in 2026. Coach Higuain did it when he was with Inter Miami. A complete turnaround, put them in the playoffs. Now trying to do it with Columbus. Philadelphia has other ideas, and Nahan Hassan is fouled. Free kick coming from another dangerous distance for the Union. So it's LeBlanc and DePaula again. Had a run from about 22 yards out that LeBlanc decided to shoot low. This one from about 25, 26. Maybe just on the edge of shooting range. Just a 3-man wall. LeBlanc going for goal. Got it up and over and was curling towards that top left corner. This portion of the match is brought to you by Kinetic Physical Therapy. Final moments between Philadelphia and Columbus. Both goals were scored in the first half. Both teams looking for a go-ahead goal here in the second half to earn all 3 points in this critical juncture as we close down the first third of the 2026 season. Now substitution will be made as Nahan Hassan will come off.
Union 2 substitution, leaving the match, number 63, Nahan Hassan. Entering the match, number 59, Tyler Gladstone.
Tyler Gladstone will come on.
Second minute.
He's a big game type of player. He had the equalizer versus Botafogo in the Dallas Cup in the U19 final that sent that match into extra time. Philadelphia would go on and win in penalties. So Coach Richter going to Gladstone here in this final 9 minutes plus as they search for a go-ahead goal. That's a shove by Tristan Brown of Jordan Griffin. Free kick quickly into Jop. Ruff not on the same page with LeBlanc. LeBlanc was peeling off to receive the ball to feet, and Ruff was trying to play him through behind. Chirinos. And offside was Columbus. Both teams still look like they can find a go-ahead goal from this match. Both teams have been dangerous in the second half. It was Malik Jakupovic who had the best chance. Some individual brilliance to open himself up. It was then he and Luke Pruder, and Jakupovic just sprayed it wide to the right, had the entire right side of the goal available, and that's one that he'll look back on and believe that he should find the back of the net. He's that type of player. He has that type of ability. And we'll see if he gets another chance today. Otto Giampi picks this up on the errant pass. Otto Giampi trying to ride the tackle, but it's Tyler Gladstone. And then a huge shove from Chirinos as Jordan Griffin hits the ground rather hard. And so you understand why Drew Klemp is taking his time to let the game get started again. You could hear that thump from here. Griffin finds himself behind. This is Gladstone. Tracking back defensively was Bombly. That's good there. Gladstone. Good work from Tyler Gladstone. Earns his team a corner. Gladstone fires this ball all the way across. It will roll out. Throwing coming for the Union. Late stages of the match. Union and Columbus. A goal now surely could define it. Philadelphia still pressing for that go-ahead goal, and Columbus always looking dangerous on the counter. If this match was to end in a draw, both sides would earn a point, and then we'd go to penalties to see who would earn the extra point from the match. One side has to go in front on who has the most wins all time. Regular season and post coming into today, it was Philadelphia and Columbus level at 61 in the all-time record books for most wins, regular season and postseason combined. Will somebody inch in front? Either way, these are two of the most prestigious franchises, not only in MLS, but also in MLS Next Pro. Columbus consistent champions at the first team level. Philadelphia, one of the best teams ever in the league. Long throw. A lot of hand fighting there. And the whistle blows, so it will be Columbus who will have the free kick. So Elliott, long towards Donjaji. Second ball won by Columbus. This will be a Columbus throw. Chirinos. Little back heel. Chance to cross now for Columbus. They elect to work back to Elliott. Hefes. Now the ball comes in, headed away, and Gladstone on it for Philadelphia. Good slip ball through. Ruff can't take the right touch. The Union will keep it. Zach Zenge fighting on that left side, and he will lose that battle with the referee. There's another foul. And so a free kick is coming for the Union. As we near 90 minutes played. Fourth official announcing a minimum of 6 minutes of added time.
Fourth official on the sideline has indicated there will be a minimum of 6
Still time for a winner.
time in our second half.
So as Rick booms this away, flicked along by Jakupovic. Columbus quickly has it, and then it's taken away by Gia. Here comes Philadelphia. LeBlanc. Gladstone. And Quentin Elliott defends well. So Tyler Gladstone, the U.S. Youth International call-up back in March for the U17s. Trying to make the most of this substitution appearance. Headed away. Griffin. Back towards Gladstone. Nice touch to come inside. Now Gladstone sets it up. The shot is blocked from LeBlanc. And Don Jaji heads it out for a Philadelphia throw. Screws tightening a little bit as the Union look for the go-ahead goal. Cross comes in. There was contact on the touchline. The whistle blew. The yellow card is shown. So Giovanni Cicchetta picks up the yellow card.
Union 2's number 38, Giovanni Cicchetta. And caution occurred in stoppage time of our second half.
So Cicchetta launches this ball. Otto Giamfi can't keep possession. 3 minutes of our minimum of 6 have elapsed. Columbus looking to eclipse its win total from last season in just 11 matches. Philadelphia trying to take the all-time lead in regular season plus playoff wins. Ball comes in, flicked along. LeBlanc was the one that flicked it along, but Columbus was ready and dealt with the danger. Press still on for Philadelphia. DePaula. Throwing still for the Union. Time dwindling for both sides now. Gladstone is given the foul. So here is a golden chance for Philadelphia. A set piece in stoppage time. And our final minute of our minimum of 6 minutes of added time in the second half. Ball is swung in, headed away initially. No clean clearance just yet from Columbus. Philadelphia back on the ball with DePaula. Zingay wins the battle. Jop with a clean slide tackle. And there's moments left now. Columbus not in any hurry. They seem to be okay with a draw on the road. Potential to earn another point. There is the final whistle, and it will end level. Philadelphia 1, Columbus 1 after 90 minutes. Both sides were in a point, and we will go to penalties to see who earned the extra point. We'll be back in a moment for that penalty shootout.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Time to show you the highlights before we get to the penalty shootout. Columbus scoring first. Zach Zengay with the opening goal for Columbus. And Zengay now has 7 goals on the year. But it was Stas Korzeniowski who had the answer. And Korzeniowski scoring his 5th goal on the season. And both sides will earn a point from this match. And now we will go to this shootout to see who earned the extra point. This was definitely hard fought between Philadelphia and Columbus. Columbus had opportunities on the counter, trying to take advantage of the aggressive defending of Philadelphia. Malik Jakupovic had a golden chance after making quick work of Quentin Elliott with a smooth nutmeg. He just could not finish as Pruder came in and closed him down. And so both sides will have a chance to earn the extra point now. Coming into today, it was Philadelphia sitting on 14 points and Columbus sitting on 17. So no chance for the Union to draw level with the Crew now after this result, but a chance to inch higher up in the Eastern Conference standings. And the goalkeepers will step to center stage. Andrew Rick and Luke Pruder. Pruder signed a first-team contract earlier this year. Andrew Rick, the homegrown. He's been a part of a lot of successful teams for Philadelphia, all the way up through the academy. A GA Cup winner, as well as winning the Eastern Conference back in 2024. It will be Philadelphia who will shoot first, and it will be Kellen LeBlanc takes the long walk first for the Union? The U.S. Youth International played at the U17 level, helped the U17s qualify for the World Cup. And Coach Richter needs him to be a leader this season. With the departures of players to the first team and abroad, what better way to lead than by example in this penalty shootout? Laces through it for LeBlanc. And you can tell, even after striking that, cramping a bit. And so walking kind of gingerly is LeBlanc, but the job complete for him as the first kick taker for Philadelphia. So now up steps Brent Adugiamfi. He's no stranger to success at the second team level. He started a final for Columbus back in 2023. And Adugiamfi slots it away. Columbus on the board in the shootout. Both of these sides very talented, top to bottom. And they have talent that has really shown how good they can be, not only in this league, but also breaking into the first team and making some appearances. Andrew Craig, one of the younger players. He's committed to play at Michigan in the fall. And Craig makes it 2-1 Philadelphia in the shootout. Now up steps Andrew Rick. We talk about his time as a goalkeeper. He once had to handle a penalty shootout at the GA Cup in a clutch moment. So he is no stranger to these situations himself. Kevin Bombley, the kick taker, 3 goals on the year. And Bombley is denied. Andrew Rick ready for the moment. And Philadelphia stays in front through 2 penalties taken. So now it's Malik Jakupovic. Has to be in this moment. Can't be kicking himself for the moment missed out within the match. Luke Pruder, the goalkeeper for Columbus, trying to match the stop of his net-minding counterpart, Andrew Rick. And does! Saveable height, not a lot of power behind it from Jakupovic. And Pruder matches the save of Rick. And Columbus with an opportunity to draw back level. Tarun Karamanchi steps up for the Crew. Rick can't get to that. Perfectly placed from Karamanchi. And Columbus is back on level terms in the shootout. So now comes Tyler Gladstone. Mention his heroics. Equalizer versus Botafogo in the Dallas Cup U19 final earlier this summer. Went to penalties. And Philadelphia's U18s ended up winning. And Gladstone steps up and shows out. Union retake the lead. Now Chirinos for Columbus. Andrew Rick has already made one save. Both goalkeepers have made a save. Do either have another in their back pocket? Chirinos, too good from the spot. Well taken penalty. Not at a savable height at all, and it was on target. So now it's the substitute, John Ruff. Recently had a birthday this month, May 8th. He was on that U18 squad. He had a penalty in that shootout, and he shows you why he's the fifth kick taker. Cool as the other side of the pillow. So Zach Zingate must score. On a first-team contract. Coach says he's a competitor and he's experienced. Zingate! Enough power to push it past Rick. Andrew Rick guessed right, but just too precise with the power from Zach Zingate. And now we go to sudden death. Pressure now tilts to Rafael Uzcategui. The Venezuelan Youth International played at the U20 and U23 level. Big moment here in this shootout. And Uzcategui has his penalty saved. It's Pruder who comes up with a big stop. And if Columbus scores, they take the extra point. So it's the substitute, Jamil Danjaji. Danjaji, a chance to take two from Philadelphia. And the Panenka attempt, not precise. Disgust on the face of Danjaji. Andrew Rick privy to that. And we continue in the shootout. A missed opportunity for Columbus. And now it's Sequeira. Finds the back of the net. Philadelphia back in control. All eyes now on Quentin Elliott, who steps to the spot. Elliott must score, or Philadelphia takes 2 points here at home. And Elliott perfectly places it. Andrew Rick guessed right, but couldn't get a paw to it. And now our 8th round of penalties in this Sunday matinee. Mateus DePaula, the next participant, the Academy standout. Another member of that U18 squad that won the Dallas Cup final. They had to go to penalties in that. And DePaula dials up a beautiful shot. So the pendulum swings back to Columbus. The Crew must score. Isaac Hefes steps up. And what must be going through his mind as we're in round 8. Hefes, cool as the ice at the bottom of the ice box. And we go to our 9th round. Another substitute, Abdoulaye Jacques. Pruder has made 2 saves. Columbus had a chance to take the 2 points. Now it's Jacques. No nonsense. Abdoulaye Jacques fires in his penalty. And Tristan Brown, the first teamer, will have to keep his team alive. Brown delivers. And we go to round 10. The long walk for Jordan Griffin, the U.S. Youth International. More than 25 next pro appearances. Coach says he needs to be a great performer. He's always been a good one, but has to be a great one. And Griffin has his shot blocked. It hit 2 parts of the woodwork. Pruder got a piece. It hit the post. It hit the crossbar. And now Columbus with a chance to take 2 points. Now it's Zach Lloyd. Columbus had an opportunity early in this 6-10 round. They missed out on it. Lloyd does not miss from the spot. And Columbus comes to Chester, PA, and takes 2 from Philadelphia. The final after 10 rounds of penalties. The Crew victorious.
We thank you all for attending today and ask that you please drive home safely.
So our Adidas Man of the match is Luke Pruder, goalkeeper for Columbus. Had 3 saves in this penalty shootout. Huge moments for Pruder to come on the road. Huge one initially of Jakupovic. And then in round 6 of Uskatagi. And this last one of Jordan Griffin. Big moment for Pruder. And Columbus continues to earn points. But that one, if you're Jordan Griffin, you have to feel hard-pressed, as that hit everywhere but the net. But Pruder gets the job done defensively in this shootout. Great goaltending. And Columbus takes the extra point. So the final from Chester, PA. Columbus 1, Philadelphia 1, and Columbus 8-7 on penalties. Thank you for watching MLS Next Pro on OneFootball.com and MLSNextPro.com. You can watch MLS Next Pro all season long on these channels with my fantastic One Football crew. My name is James Hadnot saying so long from Chester, PA, and have a blessed evening.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.